So this video is just to show you a little bit about the controls of Cube World. First off, obviously when you get into the game, it's typical. Most of the controls are as what you would expect. However, some of them threw me for a loop, and I have played many games. so let's get started. So first off, you have character control, the W and the S, forward and back. The A and the D actually strafe your character sideways, either way, so just keep that in mind when you're controlling your character. And then the other controls that are pretty to be expected, the I is inventory, or you can do the same thing with B for bags. The mouse controls for, usually as you are level 1, you'll have your forward attack, which will be the regular mouse key, and then as you level up, you'll have the number keys, which, as you can see, I have one in the bottom there. So when you are level 1, you will not have the skill box there. That will not be available. And hold on, there we go. I was gonna say, how about you die? So the other thing that you can see here is there's Q. Q is just a little quick item box. The item that I currently have in there is just food for health. The other thing is E, actually picks up items. As you're exploring the world, there will actually also be items on the ground, such as this heart flower, which a little box will come up to your right, and just hit E to pick that up. Other than that, so left mouse, the right mouse will be whatever your other secondary attack is, and then the numbers 1 through 4 on the bottom will be filled as you gain skills. The skill box, or the skill pane, will actually be under X, which will be different based on the class that you chose. Other than that, a few other things that you probably won't use that often. If you hold down shift while you're walking, you can walk, actually. Nobody really likes to walk, right? Alright, so other than that, other things that aren't quite as obvious, you can actually climb in this game, and there's a bunch of information about climbing. Other than that, you just hold down control and up, which is W, and you can climb up, vertical surfaces, which is kind of cool. So other than that, what else do we have? Well, we have F1. If you forget any of this, in game they actually have F1. We'll bring up all of the little different keys. That is pretty handy. The light key, pretty much everybody gets a little lantern, which is very important, especially at night, unless you plan on not playing at night, but that would be F. I have my little lantern now, but I don't need a lantern. So other than that, interacting with people or other things and objects is usually R. Make sure that you're actually close enough, since sometimes it's a little bit buggy and might take a couple different things. But let's see what else is there. You can chat. That's hitting enter and hitting enter again to actually send the message. Other things, let's see, there's other things that won't come into play until a little bit later. You have to be a little bit higher levels. You'll have, you can call your pet by using T. I do have a pet, but I won't get into that because this is just, as you gain levels, you'll be able to use these other methods of actually using other items. But let's see, other than that, there's the crafting dialogue, which you can usually still get. If you interact with any sort of fire or anything, this will come up and actually be ready for you anyway. You can't do much with it without a fire or anvil or anything. So let's see, other than that, I think that's pretty much the most important things as you're playing, kind of leveling and grinding up your character. I would suggest getting a pet at level 2, or at least trying to find a city and getting a pet, because life's always better with a dog, right? Or a pig. Pigs are cool too. G is also another key that is used later on for special items, like boats and other items that, again, you won't see until a little bit later on. So, other than that, have fun. The rolling. That's one thing. I love the rolling in this game. So, rolling is actually clicking your center mouse scroll button. Whee! So, that's the important stuff. Here's me rolling out.